Welcome into Insomnia Sports. We are back with another preview video. I got the entertainer with me, and the entertainer today is going to be the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm going to let you start off, man, since you're coming in here, joining the Zoom session. Thank you guys for watching Insomnia Sports. We are doing Cowboys and Falcons at the Georgia Dome, 1 o'clock, or actually it's at Mercedes-Benz, the new stadium down there. So, entertainer, you are, in fact, Dan Quinn, the coach of the Atlanta Falcons, and you today are going to be coming up with a game plan on how you're going to attack the Cowboys.
I'm not going to lie to you. I do not like the way my team is playing lately. This whole year we've been decimated by injuries on defense. Last year we had one of the best defenses in football. I don't know if it was one of the best, but definitely an above-average defense. Our defense this year, and I'm sure you're going to get into it, is god-awful. It's disgusting. The one thing I will hang my hat on, we are a very good offense, particularly at home, and it starts with Matt Ryan. With Devontae Freeman out, the run attack has been awful. Don't get it twisted, but Matt Ryan has been lighting up the league. He is silently having a career year. He's got 21 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the league. He's big yardage. He's got over 3,000 yards already, and at home he's even better. At home, he has a 77% completion percentage, 130 QB rating with 14 touchdowns and only 1 pick in 5 games. So I do think that Matt Ryan will be able to move the football on your team. Another thing I will say about my team, and they're going to need to do this if they want to have a chance to win this football game, we are very efficient in terms of not turning over the football. We have only turned the ball over 7 times this year, which is the second best number in the entire league. So I think our offense will be able to put up points against your team. The key to this football game, our defense has to find a way. We are going to put 8, 9, 10, 11 men in the box if we have to. We have to find a way to stuff Zeke and make Dak Prescott beat us because I don't think he can do it. And if we can do that, I don't think your team will be able to – because if it becomes a shootout, you are not beating us in the dome. So for you to beat us, and I know it going in, you're going to have to be able to pound the rock down our throat, control the pace of play. So we have to try to make this game a shootout, and that is exactly what we're going to try to do.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I'll say before I talk about the Dallas Cowboys is Jason Garrett is, the Cowboys lost to Tennessee. The Cowboys have had some lackluster performances when they really needed to show up on the road. But last week was a do-or-die game. And the first part of my argument is Atlanta's 4-5. You talked about their injuries. I mean, Deion Jones, your starting linebacker, gets hurt. Keanu Neal gets injured. I believe that you probably have some more linemen that are out on the defensive side of the football. And I look at the Cowboys, and the two teams right now, the Dallas Cowboys went to Philadelphia. Leighton Vander Esch had 19 tackles. He was incredible. Leighton Vander Esch was a home run pick for the Dallas Cowboys. And Ezekiel Elliott with Amari Cooper in there, with Amari Cooper, defenses are not able to play like 8 men in the box anymore or whatever, 7 men in the box, because Amari Cooper is a really, really good route runner. And I look at Dallas right now, and I think they're 5-5, or they are poised to make a comeback in the NFC East in a very gettable division. And their defense is really, really good, the Cowboys, okay? 8th against the pass this year. They're only giving up 231. Cowboys defense, 19 points a game, and 7th in total defense at 328 yards a game. Very good defensive players. Jalen Smith, Vander Esch, Byron Jones in the secondary. Awuzie is playing a lot better. Tank Lawrence, a lot of dudes up front as well. It's a really good defense. The problem it has been with Prescott and the offense. But in this game, like you talked about, Atlanta 5.2 yards a carry. You're 30th in defense, 294 yards against the pass. Your defense is 30th in football, 414 yards a game. If it's a shootout, I agree the Cowboys are going to lose the football game, but I'm confident in time of possession and pounding Zeke Elliott, absolutely. But I think that you should make Dak beat you. I really do.
That's the only way we have a chance in this game. We have to play mistake-free football to start. We cannot turn the ball over, and we have to find a way to quicken up the pace of your offense, because if you slowly grind away with Zeke and beat down on our defense, we will lose this football game. This has to be – well, go ahead.
The Cowboys haven't been that good in time of possession all this year, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think we have a shot. We're at home, and this is a must-win game. We're 4-5. We have to find a way to get to 5-5. That loss last week against the Browns really hurt us. We are 3-2 at home this year, and we have narrowly lost to some very good teams at home. We nearly beat the Saints. We lost by 6 points against the Saints. So we definitely have a shot. Do not sleep on us. Your Cowboys looked great last week, but I'll tell you this. These are probably the two hardest teams to predict for in the league. They might be the two most inconsistent teams in the sport because one week the Falcons look great. The next week they're breaking your heart. It's the same thing with the Cowboys. So this is a very interesting matchup, and I hope my team shows up on Sunday because if they do, I know we can win this football game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that loss to Baker Mayfield and the Browns because you guys already play in the most difficult division in all of football, the NFC South, and you guys had to keep pace somehow with the wild card because the Saints and Panthers are running away. You know, I got to give Dan Quinn credit. Like, before last week, you know, your team hammered the Redskins. Your team beat the Giants. Everybody was kept together, even without Neal and Jones and all these and Devontae Freeman. So you did a heck of a job with your, you know, depleted team. But now I think you're coming to grips that you're not going to be a playoff team. You went to Cleveland. You just couldn't sustain it anymore. Baker Mayfield absolutely waxed that defense. He toasted you guys. And the Cowboys are in a different mindset where they're looking at playoffs. They're desperate. They're looking to keep their head football coach. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. Even though the Cowboys have let kind of me down in my picks, it's an interesting Dallas Cowboys team. I'm kind of rooting that they actually beat the Eagles in the NFC East, and I'm going to go with the Cowboys to win the game. I'm going to give Dallas 27, and I'm going to give the Falcons maybe 14. I'll take Dallas by 13 points.
All right, I'm going to be honest on this matchup. I definitely could see how the Falcons could win exactly how I said. Have to make it shoot, and they're at home, so they definitely have a chance.
Yeah.
But the only way the Falcons, in my opinion, can win this game, unless something crazy happens, like the Cowboys turn it over 3 times, which could always happen with fumbles, whatever, Jason Garrett has to cost them the game. And you know what? Jason Garrett has cost them many games. So if Jason Garrett doesn't stick to the script and pound the ball with Zeke like he should every week, that opens up the door for the Falcons. So to me, the biggest key to this game, because if the Cowboys do what they're supposed to do, they're going to, in my opinion, win this football game. But if Garrett gets away from the script and he gets too pass happy and he plays into the Falcons' hands, the Cowboys can get in trouble. So that's the key to the game, really, for me. Is Garrett going to screw it up? And he very well can, because I think you, Garrett, are the worst coach in the league. So I think it's very possible it can happen. But if they do what they're supposed to do, I think the Cowboys win. I don't necessarily think they're going to do everything they're supposed to, but I think they'll do enough of it. And the Cowboys will find a way to win this game. I think it will be much closer than what you said, though. I'll say something like 24-20 Cowboys.
All right. I like it. The entertainer here, Rover Sports, Insomnia Sports, Insomniacs, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys real soon.
And if you liked what you watched, please subscribe.